Man, look at these cats. Look at them, what they're doing. They're just feeding the fire so that they can cook more food. What is up, people? It is me, Monster58, and welcome back to another episode of Monster Hunter World. Previously, we ended up trying to go down to the bottom of the Rotten Vale as we were instructed by the Third Fleet, but unfortunately ran into a little hiccup, and that hiccup was Legiana. Legiana was a monster that we obviously encountered a few episodes ago when our first encounter in the one of our first encounters in the Coral Highlands, and we had to take one out. And so in this episode, we now have the ability with Legiana out of the way to descend into the Rotten Vale. In addition to that, we did take on a couple side quests as well, and we're going to do that in today's episode as well. So, the first thing I'd actually like to do is show you guys that I'm actually going to be upgrading some weapons here. So, there's two weapons that we're going to be upgrading here. So we got a new hammer, and I definitely recommend that you guys actually make an ice weapon. Now, what ice weapon that is, it doesn't really matter as long as it's an ice weapon that you're comfortable using. If I had to say, lean towards one way or the other, I definitely would recommend maybe getting one with a little bit of mobility or some defensive capability if you are new to this game. If you're not, make whatever the hell you want. So what I did is I ended up getting an iron hammer, and then I actually ended up hunting a few Legiana off screen, so you'll see a quick compilation of that right now. And after hunting a couple of those Legiana, ended up being able to get enough materials to make the frozen core, which we're going to make. This is the weapon I recommend you bring down for, or this is the type of weapon I recommend that you bring, obviously, for this next fight with this next monster, because, lo and behold, we're going to encounter a monster at the bottom of the Rotten Vale. Who would have guessed? But yes, definitely recommend doing that. We're not going to equip it quite yet, because there's actually one other weapon I'd like to upgrade, and that is going to be the Tobikadachi longsword. Since we have enough to do that, we're also going to go ahead and do that, because lo and behold, this might be important going forward. So that's really it, I think, for the weapons and such. I'm actually just going to double check and make sure that we don't have anything else that we can upgrade. So let's see, can we upgrade the Carapace Buster? We don't actually have the monster. I know what monster we'll need to upgrade that. Can we upgrade the Jagras Blade? Oh, we still need some Jagras main, so wouldn't be bad to go ahead and upgrade this at some point. So probably we'll upgrade this soon. Let's see, can we upgrade these? We can upgrade these, but I honestly don't kind of find the use in upgrading these. These we can't upgrade yet. And the Anjanath Hammer, we actually need a new monster. I know what monster that is to continue upgrading this guy. So I think that's really about it. So what we're going to go do is those two side quests we got in the last episode, we're going to go ahead and complete those real quick before we actually end up heading to the Rotten Vale. So let's go to the optional quests and take a look at which ones that we were going to complete. I believe the one was Persistent Pests as well as on Nightmare's Wings. So we're actually going to do on Nightmare's Wings real quick. This won't take long. We're just going to go and kill some Raffinos in the bottom of the Rotten Vale, or near one of the areas that we've already explored in the Rotten Vale. This won't take very long. Very luckily. I'm still going to eat a meal, though, because I don't want to lose health. Something, end up getting knocked out by something unknowingly. So I'm just going to eat real quick. And I will see you guys at the bottom of the Rotten Vale. Boom. There's one. Alrighty, folks, a little interruption. The reason I'm going to be interrupting here is because it so happens to be that this mushroom right here becomes one of the most important mushrooms in the entire game. Welcome to Devil's Blight. This is a very important mushroom that is required to make mega barrel bombs, which are used very frequently to actually, do I want to get rid of it? No, I don't want to get rid of anything with this. To make mega barrel bombs, which are used a lot in the process of attacking monsters after they've woken up. So, very, very important mushroom there, but back to Raffinos killing. Alrighty, folks, one thing I ended up noticing before we get into the next quest is actually the Tail Raider Safari returned, so let's see what they picked up. Meowster, I heard you finished converting the research base into an airship. I think this calls for a reward. From now on, I will help dispatch your Tail Raiders, just like the Tail Raider Safari from the menu. I hope I can help you out. So let's go see what they got. So we got some ore, got some electro sacks, nice. Castellan shells, those are nice. Topikadachi scales. So yeah, we're gonna take all these. Very good stuff, and then we will see what else we can send out. Let's go here, deploy. Yeah, and then where do we want to go? Coral Highlands actually wouldn't be bad. Kelby Horror. We can do this. Yeah, let's do this one. All right. Alrighty, so the next quest after that is going to be Persistent Pests. So we're going to go back into the Rotten Vale, and we're just going to kill a bunch of Hornitors. So these guys are really not that bad to kill. Honestly, just like the Raphinos, these guys are just more annoying than anything else. So I'll see you guys as we kill some Hornitor. Alrighty, with that quest out of the way, let's see what the botanical researcher has to say, the chief botanist. So we have upgraded this, and now we can cultivate more different types of items, which is really, really awesome. So let's see what we got access to.
You're just the awesomest.
Oh, thank you. You're simply the best. Thanks to you, my ancient tree has gotten even larger. What? You'd like to know what I've been doing while you chased off the Hornitors? And you don't understand what they have to do with the ancient tree and why it wasn't growing before? Well, I suppose I could tell you. There's a specific reason the ancient tree is growing again. You remember how I went into the forest after the 5th arrived to work on specialized equipment? Well, while I was out there, I found a piece of Zora Magdaros' carapace at the place where it made landfall. As you know, Zora Magdaros made its way to the far side of the Great Ravine. Why? What's there? Exactly. Now that the ancient tree is increased in size, it can handle multiple requests at once. I hope you take advantage if I consider it as a way to help me further my research. So, can I help you? So now, we get access to the second slot, and this is really, really awesome. Like, this is very cool. So, let's see what we want to cultivate. I actually kind of want to cultivate some... how many blue mushrooms we got? I actually have a lot of blue mushrooms, so let's cultivate some bugs, man. And then let's do some more fertilization. Is there anything that'll increase these greens? So we'll just do a catalyst, I guess, right? So really, really cool stuff there. We also have some other exclamation points that we'd like to take care of, and so one of the most important ones, I think, is right here. I hope that this is the time we finally get into the Elder Melder mechanic of this game. Hunter, how have you been? As you can see, I decided to move to Astera. For now on, I'll be conducting my research here. You'll come by to see me often, won't you? My specialty is melding, a technique developed by First Wyverians. It allows us to change one type of matter into another. Do you have any items you're willing to part with? I'll turn them into something more useful. Or I'm not the Elder Melder. So, what can I meld for you? So, as it's saying, you can essentially convert points in making consumables and bowgun ammo, so, it can be very good as well as unforgiving, but for the time being, it's more useful rather than unforgiving. In short, the Elder Melder can essentially be used to take items like ores and other items and meld them into consumable items or monster materials. As you progress through the story and complete quests, there will be more items available to you. In addition, there are 2 major breakpoints for the Elder Melder where significant functions become available. I will address these as they come up, but yeah, let's take a look. So you can meld these, but the major thing you can meld are like Anjanath plates, Rathian plates, and what you'll do is you'll essentially have prints or something like that. If you want to, go ammo, you have like these items that will, equate to certain amounts of points, and you see you need 50 points, so you just have to contribute enough of these items to actually get to the points you need, and you get to get whatever item you need. It's not really useful for consumables, it's more useful for armor, for monster materials, right? So we can see you have Rathian Spike, Radoban Marrow. We don't have anything that would be able to convert into melding these, but you guys get the idea. They're very, very important. This is very important for specifically rolling certain things that we don't have access to, so I will address those when those come up. So we have another one up at the canteen. I believe it's that Fiver bro up there that wants to talk. So let's see what he has to say. Come here, bud. What do you want? I have to do more work for you? Working hard. What's that? You heard me mumbling? Yeah, the chef asked me to rustle up some ingredients for him, but I still got so much eating to do. Whoa, you serious? You go and get them for me? Woo, thanks, you're a lifesaver. We fibers gotta look for each other. Yeah, we've heard this spiel. So now we gotta go deliver Shamo's hide, which we can deliver right now. But there's also another exclamation point, I believe, at the workshop. So let's go see what the armory lady has to say. Took care of On Nightmare's Wings quest. Thank you so much. Thanks to you, I managed to complete the specialized tool I was working on. You can have the first working model. Go ahead, take it. Let me know what you think. The Cleanser Booster. So, I actually don't know if I ever explained what the Health Booster or the Cleanser Booster does. The Health Booster is an item very similar to like a mantle, where it'll go in the same slot. So let's go to the smithy real quick. Let's go to change equipment. So if I go to my equipment, I can actually settle down this health booster. So essentially, like it says, it places a smoker that gradually restores your health. You have to be in sort of the immediate vicinity to take advantage of it. And same thing with the cleanser booster is so if you're poisoned, if you're on fire or something like that, if you're what we will call, there's a new status effect actually, I was just about to spoil it, but definitely this can be useful in certain situations, but honestly, out of the two, the health booster is the one that people use the most. And I kind of actually think we might end up bringing it, because the Ghillie Mantle's kind of been pointless, and yeah, I think that bringing that will be easier. Let me go see if, can I upgrade this yet? No, I still don't have the materials for it. Okay. So the last thing we're going to go do here is actually we're going to switch up some items here. So I have all the items I need, but I'd like to actually go buy some items at the trade yard. There's specifically one type of item I definitely recommend you bring before going down into the Rotten Vale. I wholeheartedly recommend, like, this is a very big recommend for me. You buy a ton of this item. So let's go to the provisions boy. Let's see what he has to, there it is. I recommend you bring a lot of Astera jerky. Let's actually, can we do it to a pouch? Not to, can we do it to a box? Yes. So now we can, let's buy 50 of it. Yep. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go and get a bunch of those so we can put them in our inventory, and then we're going to make a new item set with that. So we're going to grab the Astera jerky, we'll grab as much as we can, and then we will do this, and we will save item loadout here. Very, very nice. Okay, so Astera jerky, highly recommend you bring that here. And the last thing we'll also do, I don't know why I left the menu, is to actually change our equipment. So we are going to, let's go to change equipment, and let's go to, let's grab the frozen core. And actually, the other last thing, I'm so scatterbrained and all over the place, so I apologize for that. But the last thing we're going to do is actually upgrade our armor just a little bit. I know at the beginning of the game I said it's not really worth it to do this, but just for a little extra defense, I'm actually going to go ahead and do it because we have so many armor spheres. Alrighty, folks, and with everything upgraded, with our armor upgraded, the weapon that we want to bring, I've eaten already. Time to talk to the Third Fleet Master.
Now is the time.
Right, let's try this again. Ready to make your descent to the depths of the Rotten Vale? Let's go. There you shall resume your search for Zora Magdaros, and do not forget my request. You must think deeply. What is the Rotten Vale? I look forward to hearing what you come up with. Well then, off we go. 1, finish. Again, Astera jerky. Remember, bring that. Alright, let's see what we got here.
There have to be traces of Zora Magdaros down here somewhere. I have a feeling I know what the Rotten Vale is.
Alright, we got a new area. This area was blocked off before, so we have a new little area to explore here. Ooh, we got some Zora Magdaros tracks here. Wiggly Leechy. Can't complain about that. Yep, we got Slinger, so we're good on Slinger.
Wait, I'm going to.
Oh, wow.
Here.
Where's the Devil's Blight? It's like right here, isn't it? Oh, yeah, there it is.
You figured it out too, haven't you? What the Rotten Vale really is.
No, I do know what it is, but it's you guys will be. I think it's a cool story little thing.
Is this a pool of acid? Yikes! Don't touch it!
Yeah, so these pools right here are not water. I'll just quickly walk in and so you can see what I'm talking about. They're acid, so you'll take a lot of damage if you stay in here for a long period of time. So, see, you can see, yeah, it's a lot of damage. Ooh, look, we got a big Zora Magdaros chunk right here. So, actually, we're going to do before we walk up here, do this, drink your nutrients, and yeah.
But
I know we've reached the bottom. But what happened to Zora Magdaros? There's no place else for it to go. I think we should split up and look.
Our resident bloodhound, one of my favorite designs in the entire game. This guy just looks cool. Odogaron. This guy can be extremely difficult or rather easy. It just depends on how well you've adapted to Monster Hunter gameplay, because I'll say this is the fastest monster we've ever experienced in the entire game so far. Most agile by far. It's weak to ice, which is why I told you to make a Legiana weapon. It's neutral to thunder, resists fire and water, and is immune to dragon. The tail is severable, and the legs and the head are the weakest points. I definitely can recommend you cut off the tail, but it's not absolutely necessary. This guy's extremely aggressive and very fast. This tends to overwhelm a lot of people, which is why I said this monster can either be easy, you know, just like it's whatever, or this guy can be very, very tough. His attacks are fast, and he gets pretty hard for this point in the game. He inflicts bleeding as implied with his like extra set of claws on his feet, and essentially to get rid of this you either have to crouch down and stay still for a few seconds, which is really hard in this fight, or you just take a Stera Jerky, which is why I said bring a Stera Jerky. No berries also help a lot as well. In addition to that, because we're in the Vale, in addition to that, be patient and evaluate its attacks, because this thing is again very quick, very aggressive. If you're having trouble, try to bring a weapon with decent mobility or defensive capabilities. So lance, dual blades, that stuff works here too. So just be wary. This guy I would still consider a roadblock monster, but not necessarily for everybody. I'm just pointing it out because I definitely was a bit overwhelmed when I fought this guy for the first time.
What are you doing? Go! Don't stop! Keep going!
we can't leave her.
No, she can't hold that thing off. We've got to help her.
I hope she's okay.
Odogaron! Yes, alrighty folks, here we go. This is, again, like I said in the voiceover, you might find this guy very simple to fight. Sometimes you may not find him very simple to fight. It just depends on, again, how well you've adapted to playing Monster Hunter as a game and as a whole. Again, he can be very tough, he can be very simple. As you saw in the cutscene kind of implied, he's very, very quick. By far the most agile monster that we've encountered thus far. Luckily though, because he is an agile monster, once you start hitting him, he gets tired very easily. But let's go and fight this guy. I've fought 1,000 of these guys, so this guy really isn't too bad to me. So, send him into the wall. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Bink. 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 But yes, the status that I almost spoiled, but I didn't spoil at the end of the day, is bleeding. This guy can inflict bleeding, which is why I recommended you bring a Stera Jerky. Let's do this. I really wish I had it more slinger. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. Very nice. Woo! It's close. That has a very wide hitbox, that attack. Boom! Ow, in the face. Alright, and that's angry. I'm actually gonna walk out there because I think that's a bit easier to fight it. Ay, 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 ay. There's an air. Oh! Thank you, Mew. Let's do this. Boom! Ow! There's the bleeding.
Crouch while standing still until the bleeding stops.
Stare jerky and bleeding gone. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I missed. Oh! Ow. Ow. Boom, boom. Oh, come on. Nice. There's a free knockdown. I haven't mounted this guy yet, so we'll see if we can take advantage of that soon. By the way, this little area right here is his nest. So when he is low on health, this is the exact area he'll come back to. As you can tell, a lot of bones here. Very clearly has killed a lot of monsters. Remember I was telling you guys that there's a monster that likes to drag a Legiana corpse down here? Well, this is the one. This is a monster that, it's very deceiving how strong it is. This guy actually, I'll say this, if you're fighting Radoban and in the Rotten Vale, take advantage of the fact that this guy has a turf war with Radoban, and guess what? He actually ends up pummeling Radoban real hard. This guy is really strong for being one of the smaller monsters we fought, but again, the most agile and by far, in my opinion, the most aggressive one we've ever fought so far, so... Is it yellow? Yeah, he is. He's not angry, so I'm going to try and grab some slinger ammo here. Right here. Wait, what did he hit? Or whatever, it works. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 4. One, 2, 3. Oh, now he's angry. Oh, he's actually almost dead already. Let's see if I can get a mount on him. Luckily he didn't roar. Oh, wow. And this, and this. Ow. Ow. Let's see if we... Oh, yeah. Oh, what the? That was such a weird little interaction. Like, what the... Guess it re-engaged with us. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. Even though that those are still useful for the dashing attacks, because if you're using a hammer, these little areas on the wall that kind of look like mushrooms, they actually are very good for getting like those spinny attacks. So highly recommend you use those if you have a hammer. This area is also very good for sliding attacks. There's a lot of good areas in the Rotten Vale for just annihilating monsters with sliding attacks. Yeah! And then... Nice. Okay, so those tunnels, this thing will use them. It's supposed to use them to go back to its base, but I guess it's too... So... There's a few of these scattered around the map, and it'll essentially teleport Odogaron from, like, maybe the top of the Rotten Vale down to the bottom. So be ready for him to use those. It's really hard to stop him once he's sort of committed to the like animation of him going inside of there. But yeah, like I told you guys, the reason I'm finding this guy extremely easy is because I fought him over and over again so many times. But again, for some of you, especially first timers, might not be as easy. Some people might find it easy. Again, it just depends. So I know I've repeated myself over and over again, but I wanted to point this out a lot because this is what I would call a roadblock monster in all honesty. Alright, let's kill this guy. Boom! Boom. What I'll do here is this, actually. And this should kill him, actually. Yeah. Because the reason I knew that that would probably kill him, or more than likely,
I'm waiting for you back at camp.
is due to the fact that he already dropped his second thing of slinger ammo. And once they drop that, that means they're extremely low. Like, the first one means, oh, you're getting there. He's almost dead. Then when you get to the second slinger ammo drop, oh, he's like, oh, he's just about dead. So once I figured out that he dropped that, I was like, maybe if I send him into a wall, he'll probably die here. There's also these areas back here, and these aren't really too notable. There's just basically items back here, like consumables that you can grab. Nothing too crazy, though. Sometimes gyros like to pop up back here, but here's some mite seeds, which actually become extremely important items later, which we'll talk about soon. I don't think that they're necessary right now to be used, but... yeah, Odogaron, really not all that terrible, to me, at least. So, I hope you guys don't find him too difficult and you're not stuck on him for too long. But yeah, Odogaron.
Where is she? I thought she'd be with you. I'm going out for another look.
No, you're not.
You're okay. I was scared to death.
All right, easy, easy. I'm just glad that you're not hurt. Thank you. I was planning to hide until it moved on, but, well, you saved me the trouble. Now, that's enough. Now, we had a deal, don't you remember? Did you learn all you could about the Vale? Now tell me everything. What did you feel out there?
I think the Vale is where the monsters come to die. It's their graveyard, and this whole land is a vast ecosystem revolving around it.
Yeah. Come on. You're right. The Vale is where monsters come to rest. They sense the end and make their way here. Their bodies become nutrients that feed the coral highlands. From death rises new life, which after a cycle returns to the Vale to die again. It's an ecological marvel. One that easily dwarfs any I have ever seen.
Yeah.
But, have you really considered the important question?
What's that?
Who's at the heart of it? What monster could serve as the nutrients for a system this large? What's the mystery behind the Elder Crossing? You know the answer.
They die here.
Bingo! An Elder's death is the catalyst. The Vale is Zora Magdaros's resting place. Or at least it should be. The clues are all here, but Zora is nowhere to be found.
It was drawing in energy, storing it as it moved on. Was it trying to deliver it somewhere?
I don't know. But I know who might. The first Wyverians have lived here much longer than us. seek them out. Look, it's raining life. If only I could live another 300 years. Maybe that would be just long enough to see the end of this changing of the guard. Friends, you go finish this. I want to stay here a while longer. See what death has to give and life has to bring.
So yes, we do find out that this is very cool for an ecosystem. I just like the idea that this is an area dedicated to being a monster graveyard, because as we can see, right, we've been traveling through this area for the past several episodes at this point, and you can see the bones, you know, they're monsters that thrive here because they are able to live off of the, you know, and live in this ecosystem, right? It's just very incredible that this is an ecosystem that essentially is the roots of the Coral Highlands, right? Very, very cool stuff.
Good to see you.
Good work with your field reports on the Coral Highlands and the Rotten Vale. If our tracker did the third master both agree about the Rotten Vale, then we can safely assume that the Elder Dragon's that's the Elder Dragon's graveyard, so to speak. We should start focusing the Commission's efforts there. The question is where Zora Magdaros has gone if it's not in the graveyard anymore, and the First Wyverians may be able to answer that question. I looked into it, and the closest sighting of the First Wyverians was in the ancient forest. Head out there in an expedition and see if you can track them down, because unfortunately, we are running out of time.
The first Wyverians might be able to tell us where Zora Magdaros is.
So folks, in this episode, we completed a few side quests, got the Chief Botanist to expand some of the usefulness of the botany mechanic. In addition to that, we are also able to take down the Odogaron deep in the Rotten Vale, which, speaking of, Odogaron happens to be the monster that I would like to get the armor set of. So, you'll probably see me at the beginning of next episode or in between episodes. So, between now and next episode, recording myself just beating a ton of Odogaron so I can get that full armor set, which I'll actually go and show to you right now. I'll actually go ahead and show that to you, as well as the, Legiana armor set, because the Legiana one actually looks pretty cool as well. So, we're going to deal with these exclamation points in the next episode, so nothing to worry about there. So, okay, so let's go to Forge Equipment. Let's go to the armor. So, let's take a look at the Legiana armor. Looks very cool. Like, very, very sleek, very slender. I think it's very cool. We got some new ingot armor. You look very cool. The armor looks very nice. You actually have high resistance to thunder with this one. But this is why I want to make the Odogaron. Check this out, guys. Like, damn, dude, that looks so sick, doesn't it? Right? It looks so good. Excuse me, hiccups. But that's the next goal for my armor set, so we'll definitely be hunting these guys very, very often between next episode and this episode next, or at the beginning of next episode. Regardless, you'll see at the beginning of next episode. So, with all of those things out of the way, next time on Monster Hunter World, we will be going to make that armor set, and then we'll be heading to the ancient forest to hunt for the first Wyverian to find out where Zora Magdaros might be. So I thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials, and those will be linked down in the description below. And with that, guys, I once again thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.
High ambitions and the right mind can take you so far. It's like you lived a few lifetimes. Take off from a break off from the weak minds. They can stay soft. You can